Hey everybody, I wanted to take you guys on a journey of the training of Jordan, otherwise known as Perfect Jeans, who is the full sister to Fortunate Cookie. So this is video of her 4th training session total, and this was the 2nd time that I did any type of lunging. The first time I probably did about 3 or 4 minutes of lunging, so this is kind of her first time lunging. And in this session, I'm not looking for a whole lot. I'm just looking for her to yield her hindquarters as she did there, and then go off in the direction that I pointed in. Right now, she doesn't really get the full concept, and that's okay. I always try to teach my horses one thing at a time, and that way they tend to learn it quicker. So I don't like that she's pulling on the outside of the rope and that she's kind of coming into my space and that she's looking to the outside of the circle and that she's kind of racing around nervously. I don't like any of that, but I can't fix all of that at once. So I'm going to fix one thing at a time. All I want from her right now is that when I look at her hindquarters, she turns and faces me and gives me 2 eyes, as she did right there. And then when I switch hands with the rope and point off in the direction, that she starts moving off in that direction in a circle around me. And that's what she's kind of trying to do there, is trying to listen to me and trying to follow those directions. But being a true thoroughbred, she's also trying to predict what I'm asking her to do, which is why she kind of gets confused sometimes on which direction I want her to go off in. So right there, I just looked at her hindquarters and she yielded. Now I'm pointing off to the left. I want her to go to the left. So I'm not even touching her with the stick. I'm just able to hold the stick up next to her face, and then she kind of complies with that. That's plenty of pressure for her. She doesn't need loads of pressure. So I don't even really need to touch her with the stick. I don't even really need to use it. Otherwise, I just use it as like just kind of a blocking thing. Just block her eye line with the stick, and then she kind of goes off the other direction. And so here she messed up again. So I just hold the stick up by her face, keep pointing until those feet start moving. And then I just go ahead and let her go around in a circle around me. And so if you'll notice, other than right there, if you'll notice that I try to keep my feet relatively still, even though, when she's acting up like that and kind of trying to pull on the rope and everything, I'm trying to keep my feet relatively still, because whoever moves their feet first is the loser. And so I want to make sure that she knows that she has to follow me and wait for me. Like right there, she tried to rush off, so I just went ahead and yielded her. I'm keeping my feet still, I point off, and then she goes off in the correct direction when I ask her to. So this is, kind of going to go on for probably a couple weeks. It'll probably take me that long to get it that good just because of work and all that stuff. I can't work her every day. Usually if I were to work her every single day, this probably wouldn't take a week. It would probably take 3 or 4 days before it was really good. But because there's interruptions and I work 24-hour shifts, it kind of sets us back a little bit, so it takes a little bit longer. And so then right there, she's going to go ahead and yield and look at me. And then right now, I want to do one more thing. I want to start to try to desensitize her to the rope. So all I'm doing right now is gently touching her with the rope. And I'm looking for 2 things. I'm looking for her to stop moving, and I'm looking for her to show me one of the signs of relaxation, which she did right there. She started licking. And so then I stopped, because I want her to know that if you relax and stop moving your feet, I'll stop touching you with this string. And so at first you could see she kind of jumped away and overreacted to the string just lightly touching her. And now this is the first time I'd ever done it. And so in just one opportunity, she went ahead and relaxed and stopped moving her feet. She's not super relaxed. She's still kind of, weary of me touching her with that string, but she's a lot better than she was when she started. And then, two sides of the horses, 2 different horses. So then I go ahead and do it on this side. And this is the first time I've ever done this with her. And so she's just trying to figure everything out, and it's up to me to give her the time and opportunity to figure everything out and just teach her one thing at a time. And so when the video ends, this is the last thing that I did with her, because I don't want to pile too much on her plate at once. And so if I did want to teach her something else that day, I would probably put her on the patience pole for an hour or so and then come back and do 2 a day so that she wouldn't have to try to learn too much in one session. And so here I'm just throwing the string around her legs. I'm going over her back and over her neck. And then here I wanted to come back and try to get this side's legs, just to make sure that she's getting it on both sides.